Hello everybody, BA Factor,
And Game Girl.
here to bring you another 8-player free-for-all on the world Carnage.
Let's see who our gamers are today. We have B8 Factor Game Girl, Corgi Army, Two Dog Shagging, Optimus Prime, Lover Cakes, Mr. Tibbles 123, and Red Stall Boy. And I'd like to start by saying in this game, I don't make a single bomber.
That is crazy. You are known for making nothing but bombers.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, let's see. We'll get rocking and rolling here. I've got the perspective set on Game Girl and myself to get started. It's a free-for-all. She's been playing a little bit south of me down here. Yep, you see that? And I'm up here on the north side. I'm going to send a couple scouts out. I know that there's a base right here. Played this map quite a bit. I know there's a base right here. This one is rather close. So I'm going to go scout out and see what's going on there and then put together my plan. Though I am going to try to do a boombot snipe on somebody. Oh, Corgi. Now, Corgi and I play together quite a bit. Corgi is a very, very good player, so I need to watch out for him. And
Fun guy to play with.
He's very fun to play with. But he is, if you saw this scout take a long way around, I was trying to come around, hit him on the right, and then go back around so he doesn't know that I'm right next to him. Though he's pretty smart. He'll probably figure it out very quickly. He scouts as well, too. So I'm also going to scout this player out and see what's going on here. Now, that's interesting. I see Navy. Instantly, I'm going to go ahead and attack this player, and let me explain why. And we'll slow this down just a little bit so I can do that. What I'm thinking is if this player went Navy first, then he does not have a lot around his base. So I'm going to either be able to snipe his commander with these boom bots, or I'm going to be able to clean his resources out. And since Navy is quite expensive to start with, then that means that he's going to be stunted for a long time. So that's my plan. I'm hoping to snipe him right away and take his resources as quickly as I can. Now, I'm not really good with the boom bots, so moving those in, yeah, we'll see how that works. I wish I was a little bit better with them. I don't quite know. I either attack move them, do I target them on a unit? I really don't quite know how to do it. Looks like I attack move them and it didn't quite work out. We'll take a look and see why. If he already has Navy, that's why. So his Navy went ahead and annihilated my boom bots before they got close. But that's okay. I did clean out his mexes, so he's at least stunted. And I've tried to tackle Navy many times, Game Girl, and it is not fun with land units. So I'm going to stay clear of this for a little while, knowing that he's stunted. And I'm going to now concentrate on Corgi. And I'm not even going to take these mexes over here. There's just not much point in it.
You know, the worry with the Navy is if they get the Tier 2, those Leviathans, those appear worse than the Hulkins.
Absolutely. He'll have a lot of range and probably be able to even shell my base. But I'm going to worry about that in a minute. I decided I'm going to go ahead and try to take Corgi out, tech, and go orbital, and then take orbital over and eat his factories. That was my plan. I figured if he's taking Navy, he'd be prepared for that. So right off the bat here, Corgi and I know how each other plays. And you can see him already prepared. He's definitely probably got a radar on me. My game plan is to harass him a little bit, keep him on his toes. I want to prevent him from building up a fire base right here. And let me just state that real quick and pause. If he builds a fire base right here, that's very close to my base and a very bad situation. Plus, it gives him 2 mexes and probably controlling that 3rd mex as well. Even if he doesn't take it, it keeps it for me. And it allows him to position his army around that, which means I probably might lose that mex as well. So this is a very important location for me and for Corgi. He has a straight shot to it with a little bit of a leg, and I have this right here, so he's got a bit of an advantage in that situation, I think. Maybe not because I'm a little bit closer, but we'll see. My game plan now is to group my units, get enough of macro going with Tier 1 that I can move in here with a force, and what I'm going to do is kind of scare him with a lot of units, but I'm going to take my doxes around the back to harass him while my tanks stay in here. Now, I want to show you something here really quickly. This is something that Game Girl and I have tested out quite a bit. If you notice here, there is tree coverage right here, right?
And Corgi is shooting through the trees.
Yes. So Corgi has his units right here, and I already know that I have a significant advantage if my units are right here. Because in this situation, the units on the back row will be able to fire all the way, and all the units are firing, including ones in the back row, whereas on his side, only his front line can fire, and everybody else in the very back is hitting trees. So their shots are nullified. So I'm going to take advantage of that and try to whittle him down. And we'll see how that takes place. Didn't get quite as much of an advantage because he pulled forward fast, but you'll see as I move forward, it hurts him even more that he's got these Infernos with him. But I have just taken a little bit of an advantage for him by killing so many units. Now I'm going to approach from this beachhead because I'm going to take advantage of that same tactic I was just talking about. I'm going to make him have to deal with the trees where I'm not going to. And once I gain an advantage here, then I'll split my force and I'll go around back and mess around with his mexes. That's the game plan. Again, to state that, I'm going to move my units right up to here, take advantage of no trees where he has to fight inside the tree coverage, and then I'm going to split my doxes around back and take out his mexes while I take my ants forward and harass his commander. Let's see that happen. So I do have more units than him because he did lose some. He also made some Infernos, which in this situation is not good for him. Oh, you see that I did split around back. Now he's moving his forces forward, or I'm sorry, around back to deal with that threat while I move in on his commander. And I'm going to split my units out here as best I can to keep from getting
poor Corgi.
uber cannoned. And that split is going to save me where his units were out of place.
Aw.
Now, I think in this situation, two things worked in my advantage. One, that I knew how to take advantage of the terrain. That was a small bit of it. The second thing is that I was better prepared for that confrontation with ants and docs versus him having Infernos. The Infernos hurt him in that particular battle.
Yes. And you're already reclaiming his factory.
Yep.
You know, it's about the 11-minute mark. It's a good time to check out all the other players and see what they're doing.
Let's do that. I'll go ahead and open this up for everybody. Now, I've already secured 2 bases, so we know what's happened to Corgi. Over here we have
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime had some interesting talk in the beginning of this game.
Yes.
Apparently, he's been in a few games with us, and he, it's oftentimes that Game Girl and I last to the end. Her playstyle and my playstyle ends up being being the case. And I think that he's been in a situation where he's been at the end with us and thinks that we have teamed him. What usually happens is I don't attack my wife, and I attack anybody else, and she's in the game as well. So in his eyes, that's probably teaming. If he were very, very large, then yeah, we probably did team him. I would do that with any other player in a free-for-all.
Well, when there's 3 left, they're not attacking in a circle. One person is getting attacked by whoever of the 2 is left.
Absolutely. And he looks like he's a pretty decent player from what I can tell. I like his base setup. He's got fire bases on his resources. I think he did a really good job with that. I would like to see a faster tech going right now. He's preparing for it. He does have some storage. Let me see where I'm at here. Yeah, I already have tech up. I think he should definitely have tech by now. Over here we have Blubber Cakes. Blubber Cakes has decided to take the Navy. That's interesting. He's going to be able to hold his base for a while because of that, but as I said, I'm going to try to orbital him, and we'll see how that works out. It's a little bit of a weak play, I believe, because he hasn't taken or tried to take all the mexes around. But hey, everybody plays a different style. I think that, not that he's a weak player, but I think it's a weak play and that he could have a lot more resources than he does now. Look at this. We've already got Mr. Bibbles doing a bomber raid on... Look at that. So Two Dogs does this a lot. He goes air, and he turtles up or cicadas up, and he attacks. And we have another player over here that's doing the exact same thing. So we have
another turtle?
Yeah. Well, turtle or cicada, one or the other. He just sends the bombers over. But yeah, he's probably a turtle.
You notice the blue one, he didn't leave quite enough room for his Tier 2 factory.
No. Look at that. His Tier 2 factory's outside the gate. That's a shame.
That's okay.
A fun little battle they have going on here. And you like to see this wall off. That helps out quite a bit. And
using the terrain.
Yeah, I really do like this, too, because he's done it at a good location. Because if this gentleman had ground units, they came in here, they would split up around here, and that allows him just to have very few units to cover that. I do like that. Very good job on that. So let's see, and here's you.
Look, not a single bomber.
Not a single bomber. My wife typically goes to the lake and builds a ton of air factories and makes a bunch of bombers.
Now, I did secure the lake because last time I was in that spawn spot, someone else secured it with Navy and just annihilated my base.
Yeah,
so I wanted to make sure, I believe that's a pelter, to prevent anyone from building right there.
That's a good idea, and you like the air here as well, and the radar definitely. If someone did have Navy, they would be able to take advantage of that, so that's actually good. If you're not going to go Navy yourself, which I wouldn't recommend in this situation because of your build, it's definitely good to try to make sure nobody else can also. That's very nice. So it looks like look at this, you've got, I like this. This is something that has worked on quite a bit. Explain to me what you're doing here.
Well, I'm already going to several Tier 2 factories, vehicle factories. I'm working on making mostly the levelers.
Okay, they're good units.
And I've got a few ghillies hanging around here and there.
Yep, I like that. And you'll see your Tier 2 up as well.
And the only air I make the entire game are hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds.
Well, a few little fabbers, but I never make a Tier 2 factory.
So when's your attack plan? What are you going to attack, and what are you going to? What's your timing?
I'm waiting till I get about 4 factories done, and scout out a bit and see who the best target for me to claim the resources would be.
Okay.
And I'm a little worried about Red Star Boy. It seems like he's a really good player. I don't quite remember, but he hasn't come over yet.
Yep. Let's take a look at him. So let's see what he can see. Yeah, he knows you're there, so he's got the radar. This is kind of interesting. It looks like a little bit of a turtle base, but I like this gate right here. Where's he going? He's flying. Oh, look at that. We'll get back to that in a minute. This is my base. I claimed that base. What the heck? He's reaching out there to try to prevent me. I do like that in a player. He recognized that I have taken somebody out, and he's prevented me from expanding. So that's nice. And look at this. He's got that 4 Tier 2 factories.
Yes, and he just took out his Tier 1, so he'd have a clear path going to his gate.
Wow. I really do like that. I don't know how he affords that on 5 mechs. He's got more.
Oh, no, he's got a lot more.
He's got more, but they're not Tier 2 yet. Yeah, he could certainly be. Yeah, if he gets this base right here, he'd be doing pretty well, but then he's also dealing with 2 players out of line here. But it looks like you're the next person for him to attack, so that's probably not a bad play. I like that. I like this. We'll keep an eye on that. And we've already talked about this, and look, they're still battling. So let's get back to the battle. We've hit everybody. Let's get back to the battle. Now you can see that I have indeed gone ahead and started doing orbital. And I am trying to hold this base off. We got a little bit of a standoff here right now. I don't think he can see me because he's got levelers here, and they're not hitting me. If I had known that, if I'd scouted that and saw that he wasn't, I probably should have gone and sniped those levelers and then just mowed his force over. But I was too busy attacking over here. My game plan, and you see I'm a little low on energy because I can't see very well. There we go. As I said, if he went Navy, he probably wouldn't be prepared for this, so I went ahead and orbital rushed him, and I figured I'd be able to take out as much as I possibly can. I'm aiming to take out any umbrellas before they build, and then just start eating his factories to the point that he's aggravated and he has to attack me on my terms. That's what I'm going to do here, and we'll see this happening right here. Why don't we speed this up? I didn't realize that was so slow. No fun to watch a replay on slow. Yep. This is very annoying when someone has... Yeah, this is exactly how annoying that is. When someone has you trumped like that.
Especially when they don't know what's above their head.
Yeah, that's a shame. He probably could have combated that eventually by building something somewhere, but I was preparing for it to try to get any umbrellas that happen, and I was microing it, which is why I wasn't playing very well over here. What's happening over here? Now I'm setting up a little shop here. I do want these resources really bad. I don't want red to take
Did I
them.
just hear someone else die?
You did. Let's go back and take a look and see who it was. Let's take a look at this. So you built your 4 factories. That was your time to move out. So that put it about 17 minutes, a little bit about.
Got a little hodgepodge of a group, motley crew.
Yeah, you do. Got a few levelers in here, quite a bit of ghillie, and yeah, nice hodgepodge. I like that. Let's see how this works out. I want to see this. Yep, got plenty of spinners, so that didn't hurt you. As poor Tier 2 factory is out here. Look at this. What's going on today? No, there's no contention here. No battling. Everybody's just quitting. Well, looks like you have 2 bases, and I like picking this one. I like the proximity there. It's very easy, And you have these mexes out here. You kind of got that little triangle I'm talking about. I definitely like the situation. You have setting up for a really good resource boom there.
And I'm going to leave that group, or most of that group over there, just to keep that secure so I can go get those mexes. And I've already got some engineers going on the way.
I see that. And you're getting some intel around. Nice. And you've got units pumping out here, so you're defended. You have nuke defense. You have plenty of umbrellas. You have some anti-air. No. Yeah, you got hummingbirds.
And orbital satellite.
Orbital satellite. So you're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. Let's get back to this battle over here. Look at this little triangle right here. Got a Mexican standoff. And nobody is taking these resources because we're all holding off. It's like the Cold War. Let's go ahead and move forward to some action. I know there's some action here somewhere.
Well, my satellites are heading around to Red Stall Boy and Two Dogs.
Yep, so you can see Red Stall Boy.
So I'm watching him, and then where's Brown?
I believe he's right here. Now, this is a mistake, in my opinion. Red Stall Boy decides to venture out with all of his hummingbirds to see what's going on. Basically, he's scouting the world to see what's up. You know, I don't have a problem with him scouting the world to see what's up. But I do have a problem with somebody losing that many hummingbirds. That's not good. And look at, with that many hummingbirds gone, you know, he had more. He could have taken my air out completely, but he now doesn't have the air to do that. I really did not like that move. He's heading home.
He might be heading home for a reason.
Does he know you're coming?
I don't know.
Take a look. He sees movement.
Maybe that's, yeah.
He sees your radar. He sees troop movement. And he's coming home. Smart. Why get in a battle up here? If you know a battle's coming home, go defend. I like that. I definitely like that. Jump ahead. All right, here we go. So watching this right off the bat, a little bit of criticism. I definitely would have brought in those doxes and used them to harass around his base instead of taking them in.
Yeah.
Now
This is like my first game with all land.
This is true, yeah. And you're pushing...
I'm doing okay.
You're pushing through to snipe his commander. I don't really have a problem with that. If he would have been a little bit better at microing, he probably could have stopped your force.
It looked like my last sheller got him.
Yep. Because he could have microed his shellers to hit your shellers and killed them before he lost his commander. So that's unfortunate, but you know what? In the heat of battle, a lot of things happen. So now you have...
And I'm headed over there to secure that spot.
Look at that. Now you have this, which will allow you to control that as well.
Right above Two Dogs, I have another satellite.
So you're watching Two Dogs, okay.
My power keeps going in and out.
All right, let's go look over here. Looks like it's Optimus Prime and I are engaging in a battle. Now that I have secured these resources, because Red ventured off and my wife took care of him, I now can go ahead and tackle Optimus here. I'm just sort of moving around, trying to keep the shellers busy here while my Geely, wrap up his resources and kill a few units. I want to keep him occupied, but I'm not ready to push completely forward yet unless I can snipe his. If I can snipe his shellers, then I have a lot more range. So I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can, but I know that this isn't going to penetrate his entire base yet. What I'm really doing is just keeping him busy while I get my production up. I'm going for a lot of Tier 2. I plan on making a ton of units in this game.
And speaking of Tier 2, I am using my Tier 2 engineer to make a little gate over there right above Two Dogs.
Where's he at right now? Aha. Let's take a look. Swap these two out. Oh, wrong base.
No, that was...
Here it is. You're already on top of him. Did he quit also?
I thought I got him.
Oh, you did. You sniped him. You sniped him. Nope, another one down. Man, you're knocking them out today.
Well, you did unleash me with the power of all that land.
Tier 2 is very nice. I definitely like vehicles. I know a lot of people go with tons of ants and Geely, and that works pretty well. But I think that a lot of levelers and shellers is a very good combination. Very good combination.
Yeah, I had read the levelers were really good a while back. I just hadn't used them.
Let's take a look at the resources here real quick. this game along. Let's see, 700. Look at you're dominating right now. 800, 900, and Optimus at 360. I figured he'd have a little bit more given his territory, but oh, he's got a fire base going over here.
For now.
And he's got a fire base going over here. Look at that. He's trying to flank. I like that. And you have vision of everything. Look at those satellites everywhere. I'm a little concerned with that, so I start building around my base. Oh, what's this?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? That gate looks like it's carefully positioned behind my base while I'm engaged in battle.
Didn't you say that was the best time to attack?
It is, and you're engaged in battle too. Battle's everywhere.
Taking out that fire base.
I like that. I didn't even know that fire base existed until this replay. Oh, but this commander was taking a trip down into the fire base and saw that and thought,
did I see? I don't think I saw him.
I don't think you did either. Yeah, you did see him. You probably didn't notice it, but it would have said commander because he did come in the exposed area underneath your umbrella. I'm having to defend a two-way attack here.
We're double teaming you is what we're doing.
Yes. Yes. You're right, Optimus. We're double teaming you. Oh, no, wait. You're double teaming me. That's what's happening. That's okay. I have a pretty good amount of units here. You never like to fight at your home. It's not a very good idea. Your units are scattered and they don't do as much damage, plus they affect your production line. But I think I can go ahead and hold this. Meanwhile, we're both attacking. What's going on here? So black's attacking white, blue's attacking white, black attacking blue, white's attacking blue. Basically, everybody's attacking everybody except for you, game girl. Nobody's attacking you.
I think I've kind of cleared that area out.
You have, and you have the production to show for it, for sure. And I think you would have cleaned us both up. I like your unit groups. I think the next thing to worry about would be how to do the attacks. Running into defenses is slaughtering your units. You're still doing massive damage. I mean, massive damage. But I think if you sieged him a little bit longer, you would have taken him out and not lost as many units as possible.
By siege, you mean kind of hold back and let the long range go?
Yeah, just siege here and let your long range pelt him to death. And he's going to have to come and answer, and he's going to run into your shellers, so you're not going to have to fight all these defenses. So this force probably would have killed him. So this force died, this force dies, and this force comes in. And all three of them do tremendous damage to him, but it could have been a lot more damage. If this free-for-all had more players in it, you could have retained more units, kept them alive, and still won this battle. So that's the reason why. This is a pretty large force here. You're just annihilating his base, but again, running into some turrets, so you're losing a lot of units. I steal your kill.
Hey! With bombers, really?
Yep.
You get me to go all land, and then you take them out with bombers.
Tell you what, you're going to go land, I'm going to go air. Now, what's going on down here? So, you have a fire base up. I did stop your first attack coming in. You did kill quite a bit of my production, some of my power. So, here's another situation. So, you're streaming into me, and I'm just holding off killing units as they're coming in.
And my poor Hulkins.
And your Hulkins. Look at this Hulkins here. Is it going to be a good investment in money? Let's go see. Does it even get up? Got your date down. Yep, it gets up. Is it going to fire?
It's gonna fire. Maybe it'll take out the rest of those units.
Oh, nope. You got a mix.
Ha!
Fire again? Yep. 3 units. Nope, I don't think you got your investment.
Dead.
Do not think you got your investment
nope,
there.
Not that time.
So we have taken out... It's just the two of us now. Let's take a look at this. So we're at not 700, 800, 900. You got me in resources. Check unit count here. See, I'm a little bit ahead of you in units, and that's what I'm talking about. You actually would have had, I think, near twice as many units as me if you had regrouped and hit in force in several of those attacks. But you still...
Yeah, I have them spread out everywhere instead of just all together.
Yep. You have the macro to deal with it, which is nice.
I'm
definitely.
looking for your commander. There he is.
You found him? I'm trying to get a nuke up.
Even though that's just hummingbirds, I was just looking for you.
It's nice. You're hitting my resources. You've got radars everywhere. I'm sending Avengers around my perimeter trying to kill your radars as quickly as I can. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit you. I have a pretty sizable force.
And I've changed a little bit of my MO down there with building a nuke.
Well, you have a lot of engineers too. don't see them assisting it, so that's good for me.
They will.
Oh, this was, you know, if I had saw you take these units away, I think I could have mowed in and taken your base out right then. Do you have, yeah, you have some Geely, so you might have been able to just stop it, but I don't know. That's a pretty sizable force there, and I'm not really sure where you went.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know where you
Up top?
where you went.
There goes that nuke. Oh, you shot a nuke at me.
I did. It stopped.
I took out your nuke defense early on.
I didn't. Yeah, I do remember that now. You did. I had nuke defense at one point, I thought, but
Down there in the bottom somewhere?
I don't see it. Maybe I forgot to build it completely because I don't see it anywhere. I may have forgotten to build nuke defense this round. Oh, here's some units too. Yeah, you did a pretty good job of harassing me on all sides. See,
Keeping you on your toes this
I
time.
gotta see this. So, that's what happened. Yeah, this force should have annihilated your base.
Oh, I nuked your force. That's
Yeah.
right.
Defensive nuke going on there.
That allowed me to save my power right there.
Yep, I definitely did. Okay. What are resources now? Should be blowing me away here.
Oh, just now I'm blowing you away.
Oh yeah, you get me for another nuke. And yeah, you have a lot more resources too. So that's a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm very proud with your build. I like that quite a bit. I know it's not as fast as the bomber snipe, but it's a heck of a lot of fun taking tanks around and just mowing over bases. It's like mowing the grass. It's so easy.
And people don't expect it.
People, especially from you. Of course, they're going to now because we just aired this, but yeah, they don't expect it. Watch out, Game Girl is now going ground.
Who knows? I might switch back and forth. You
Yes.
don't know.
You never know. Anyway,
I'd still build flak.
you'll build flak. Sounds good. BA Factor,
And Game Girl.
signing out.
Hope to see you in the lobby.